What if I told you that amidst the stark, unrelenting expanse of the Rann of Kutch in modern-day Gujarat, India, lies a city that redefined what was possible for ancient civilizations? Dholavira, one of the jewels of the Indus Valley Civilization, was a city that thrived not in spite of its desert surroundings, but because of its extraordinary adaptations to them. While other Indus cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro flourished along fertile riverbanks, Dholavira emerged as a testament to human ingenuity in one of the harshest environments on Earth. But what made this city so unique? To understand its significance, we must first explore the world in which it arose. The Rann of Kutch, a vast salt desert known for its blistering heat and desolate appearance, might seem like the last place one would expect to find a thriving Bronze Age metropolis. Yet Dholavira's strategic location, perched at the confluence of the seasonal Mansar and Manhar rivers, was both its greatest challenge and its greatest opportunity. These rivers, though fleeting, transformed the desert into a fertile plain during the monsoon season. But for most of the year, the region returned to its arid state, demanding that its inhabitants find innovative ways to harness and conserve water. Unlike Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, which benefited from year-round river systems, Dholavira's success depended on turning nature's unpredictability into an advantage. Its residents didn't just adapt, they innovated, creating a city that could flourish where others might have faltered. Dholavira's water systems, urban planning, and cultural artifacts are unparalleled in the ancient world, revealing a civilization that didn't just survive but thrived in defiance of its environment. However, for centuries, Dholavira was forgotten, buried under the sands of time. Rediscovered only in the 20th century, it remains an enigma to many. How could such an advanced city have been lost to history? And why does it still astonish archaeologists today? To answer these questions, we must dive deeper into Dholavira's most remarkable feature, its water systems, which made life in this unforgiving desert not only possible, but prosperous. In the heart of a desert where every drop of water was a lifeline, the people of Dholavira achieved something extraordinary. They built a city that not only endured but thrived by mastering the art of water management. Their reservoirs, carved into the rocky terrain of the Rann of Kutch, were engineering marvels that turned scarcity into abundance. But how did they accomplish this in an era long before modern technology? Dholavira's water management system wasn't just functional, it was revolutionary. At its core were 16 massive reservoirs, some over 20 meters deep, interconnected by a network of channels and drains. During the monsoon season, when the Mansar and Manhar rivers briefly roared to life, these reservoirs captured every precious drop of rainwater and river overflow. Ingenious systems of sluices and embankments ensured that water was directed efficiently, filling the reservoirs to their capacity and sustaining the city during the long, dry months. What sets these reservoirs apart is their meticulous design. Carved directly into the bedrock, they were built to last, with sloping walls to prevent erosion and sediment accumulation. Inspection platforms were strategically placed to monitor water levels, and sediments were regularly cleared to maintain efficiency. This level of foresight and precision is astounding for the Bronze Age, rivaling even modern water conservation techniques. But the ingenuity didn't stop there. Dholavira's urban layout was designed to maximize water collection and usage. Homes, public buildings, and ceremonial spaces were all equipped with systems to collect rainwater and channel it into underground cisterns or the larger reservoirs. Even wastewater was carefully managed, directed into separate drainage systems to ensure cleanliness and hygiene. This wasn't just a city built for survival, it was a city designed for sustainability. What's even more remarkable is how Dholavira's water systems compared to those of its contemporaries. In Mesopotamian cities like Ur, irrigation depended on the natural flow of rivers, like the Tigris and Euphrates. In contrast, Dholavira's residents created an artificial oasis, proving that innovation could overcome environmental limitations. Their ability to store and manage water allowed the city to support a large population, facilitate trade, and sustain cultural activities in one of the most challenging environments imaginable. The lessons of Dholavira's water systems are as relevant today as they were 4,000 years ago. As modern societies face growing water scarcity and climate challenges, Dholavira offers a blueprint for resilience and ingenuity. But water was just one piece of the puzzle. To understand the full scope of this city's brilliance, we must next explore its urban planning, a testament to how the Harappans turned vision into reality. Dholavira wasn't just a city, it was a vision brought to life. Its layout and infrastructure were a masterclass in urban planning, setting standards that were centuries ahead of their time. While other ancient cities like Mesopotamian Ur and Egyptian Thebes were built around rivers, Dholavira defied its arid surroundings to emerge as one of the most meticulously planned cities of the Bronze Age. But what made its urban design so extraordinary? The city was laid out in a precise grid, divided into three distinct zones: the citadel, the middle town, and the lower town. This tripartite structure wasn't just a reflection of social hierarchy, it was a practical solution to managing the city's resources and population. The citadel, located on an elevated platform, housed administrative and elite functions, offering protection from flooding and providing a vantage point for governance. The middle town, home to merchants and skilled artisans, bridged the gap between the ruling elite and the working population of the lower town, creating a harmonious flow of trade and production. One of Dholavira's standout features was its drainage system. Every street, from the grand thoroughfares to the narrow alleyways, was lined with covered drains designed to carry rainwater and waste out of the city. These drains weren't haphazard constructions, they were engineered with gradients to ensure efficient water flow. Inspection points were strategically placed to allow maintenance, reflecting a level of foresight that would impress even modern urban planners. What's particularly striking is how Dholavira's urban design emphasized equity. Unlike other ancient cities where infrastructure often favored the elite, Dholavira's residents, regardless of social status, had access to the same sophisticated systems. Every home was equipped to collect and channel rainwater into underground cisterns or the larger reservoirs. Public baths and ceremonial spaces were designed with drainage systems that minimized water wastage, ensuring that resources were shared and utilized efficiently. But Dholavira wasn't just practical, it was beautiful. Monumental gateways marked the entrances to the city, wide streets were flanked by public spaces, and the city's architecture balanced functionality with aesthetics. This was a city that celebrated both the necessities and the aspirations of its people. When compared to its contemporaries, Dholavira's urban planning was nothing short of revolutionary. Mesopotamian cities relied heavily on proximity to rivers like the Tigris and Euphrates, while Dholavira thrived in an environment where water was a scarce and unpredictable resource. Its layout and infrastructure were a triumph of human ingenuity over nature's constraints. How did the Harappans acquire the knowledge and skills to design such a city? What techniques and principles guided their architects and engineers? And what does Dholavira's urban planning tell us about the values and priorities of its people? These are questions that continue to intrigue archaeologists and historians, offering a glimpse into a civilization that was as innovative as it was resilient. If Dholavira's story teaches us anything, it's that sustainability isn't a modern invention, it's an ancient necessity. Long before phrases like climate adaptation and resource management entered our vocabulary, the people of Dholavira had mastered the art of living in harmony with their environment. Their city wasn't just a feat of engineering, it was a blueprint for sustainable living that feels strikingly relevant in today's world. At the heart of Dholavira's sustainability was its water management system. In a desert where rain was scarce and rivers were seasonal, the Harappans created a network of reservoirs, channels, and cisterns that ensured a steady water supply throughout the year. By collecting every drop of rain and runoff, they turned scarcity into abundance. This wasn't just about survival, it was about thriving in a challenging environment. The city's use of local materials also reflected its commitment to sustainability. Limestone and baked bricks, sourced from the surrounding region, were used to construct buildings that were both durable and environmentally friendly. This minimized the ecological footprint of their construction practices while ensuring the longevity of their structures. Even their trade practices were grounded in principles of efficiency and fairness. The Harappans developed standardized weights and measures to facilitate commerce, reducing waste and ensuring that resources were used judiciously. Their trade networks, which extended to Mesopotamia and beyond, were built on systems that balance human needs with environmental constraints. But Dholavira's sustainability wasn't just practical, it was visionary. The city's layout, with its interconnected reservoirs and efficient drainage systems, reflected a philosophy of living that prioritized balance over excess. Every element of the city was designed to make the most of what was available, ensuring that future generations could continue to thrive. What makes this even more remarkable is its relevance to modern challenges. As the world grapples with issues like water scarcity, urban overcrowding, and climate change, Dholavira offers valuable lessons in resilience and adaptation. It reminds us that innovation isn't just about technology, it's about understanding and working with the environment. Yet for all its brilliance, Dholavira's story also serves as a cautionary tale. The city's eventual decline, driven by shifting climates and changing river courses, underscores the fragility of even the most advanced civilizations. But it also highlights the importance of adaptability. The Harappans didn't simply vanish, they carried their knowledge and traditions forward, influencing the cultures that came after them. Dholavira's sustainability isn't just a relic of the past, it's a beacon for the future. It challenges us to rethink our approach to urban living, resource management, and environmental stewardship. How can we apply the principles of Dholavira to our own cities and societies? And what would the world look like if we embraced their philosophy of harmony and balance? As we uncover more about this extraordinary city, one thing becomes clear. Dholavira isn't just a story of the past, it's a lesson for our time. And as we face the challenges of the future, it reminds us that the answers we seek may already be written in the sands of history. Dholavira's story isn't just about its triumphs, it's about how a city so advanced, so intricately designed to endure, faced inevitable decline. Around 1500 BCE, this marvel of the Indus Valley Civilization began to falter. The reservoirs dried up, the trade routes that once brought prosperity shifted, and the thriving city in the heart of the Rann of Kutch became a memory. But what caused this collapse, and what does it tell us about resilience and human adaptability? Environmental changes played a central role. The monsoon system, once reliable and abundant, began to weaken, reducing the rainfall that fed Dholavira's reservoirs. The seasonal rivers, Mansar and Manhar, which had sustained the city, grew erratic or dried up altogether. For a city that relied so heavily on its ability to harness water, this was a devastating blow. The delicate balance between water scarcity and abundance, which had once been its strength, now became its greatest vulnerability. Trade, too, became a casualty of these environmental shifts. Dholavira had once been a hub of commerce, its goods like carnelian beads and lapis lazuli prized as far as Mesopotamia. But as Mesopotamian cities faced their own challenges, demand for Harappan goods waned. With its trade networks disrupted and its economy weakened, Dholavira could no longer sustain its population. Yet what stands out is the resilience of its people. Archaeological evidence suggests that the inhabitants of Dholavira didn't simply vanish, instead they migrated to other regions, adapting to new environments and carrying their knowledge and traditions with them. Some moved to the Gangetic Plains, while others dispersed into smaller communities across the subcontinent. This decentralization speaks to the Harappans' ability to adapt to changing circumstances, even in the face of adversity. Dholavira's decline is a stark reminder that no civilization, no matter how advanced, is immune to the forces of nature. It's a story that resonates deeply with our world today, where climate change and environmental challenges pose existential threats. Yet it also offers hope. The Harappans didn't simply succumb, they adapted, demonstrating the enduring human capacity for resilience. As we reflect on Dholavira's story, we're left with profound questions. How can we learn from their ability to adapt to environmental challenges? What lessons can we draw from their innovations in water management, urban planning, and sustainability? And perhaps most importantly, how can we ensure that our own civilizations remain resilient in the face of an uncertain future? Dholavira's decline wasn't the end, it was a transformation, and in its ruins we find not just a cautionary tale, but a blueprint for how humanity can face and overcome its greatest challenges. Despite its decline, Dholavira continues to captivate archaeologists and historians alike. Its ruins, unearthed after centuries of obscurity, reveal a civilization that was as innovative as it was resilient. But why does Dholavira, among all the cities of the Indus Valley Civilization, still astonish those who study it? One of the most remarkable features of Dholavira is its water management system. The reservoirs, carved directly into the bedrock, remain a testament to the ingenuity of the Harappans. These interconnected reservoirs weren't merely storage tanks, they were a sophisticated network designed to collect, store, and distribute water with incredible efficiency. The precision with which they were engineered, from the gradients that ensured water flow to the inspection platforms that allowed for maintenance, speaks to a level of expertise that continues to inspire modern engineers. Artifacts unearthed at Dholavira offer another glimpse into the brilliance of its people. From intricately carved seals to finely crafted beads, these objects reveal a civilization that valued artistry and functionality in equal measure. Among the most intriguing discoveries is the set of inscribed symbols believed to be part of the Harappan script. Though undeciphered, these symbols hint at a complex system of communication and governance, adding an air of mystery to the city's legacy. Dholavira's urban layout also stands out. Its tripartite division into the citadel, middle town, and lower town reflects a level of planning that prioritized both functionality and inclusivity. The uniformity of its infrastructure, the alignment of its streets, and the integration of public and private spaces showcase a society that valued order, efficiency, and equality. What's perhaps most astonishing is how Dholavira challenges traditional narratives about ancient civilizations. Unlike Mesopotamian or Egyptian cities, where grand temples and palaces symbolized power and hierarchy, Dholavira's architecture reflects a more egalitarian ethos. There are no towering ziggurats or sprawling royal complexes, only structures that serve the collective needs of the community. Dholavira also offers insights into the spiritual and cultural life of the Harappans. The city's ceremonial spaces, including its massive gateways and public baths, suggest a society that placed importance on communal rituals and shared experiences. This focus on community and equality sets Dholavira apart, making it a unique window into the values and priorities of the Indus Valley Civilization. But Dholavira isn't just a relic of the past, it's a source of inspiration for the future. Its innovations in water management, sustainability, and urban planning continue to hold relevance in a world grappling with resource scarcity and climate change. As archaeologists uncover more of its secrets, Dholavira reminds us of the incredible potential of human ingenuity. Why does Dholavira still matter? Because it challenges us to rethink what we know about ancient civilizations, offering lessons that are as vital today as they were 4,000 years ago. It's a story of triumph, resilience, and enduring brilliance, a legacy that continues to astonish and inspire. Dholavira is more than a city lost to time. It is a window into the ingenuity, resilience, and vision of the Harappan people. Nestled in the harsh landscape of the Rann of Kutch, it thrived where survival itself seemed impossible. Its story is not just one of adaptation, but of mastery, turning one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth into a flourishing metropolis. But what can this remarkable city teach us today, in a world facing its own challenges of sustainability and survival? At its core, Dholavira's legacy lies in its ability to harmonize human needs with the natural environment. Its water management systems, carved into the rocky desert, turned scarcity into abundance. Its urban planning was not just about efficiency, but about creating a sustainable way of life. Its egalitarian ethos, reflected in the uniformity of its infrastructure, demonstrated that progress need not come at the cost of equality. In these ways, Dholavira was not merely a city of the past, it was a vision for the future. But Dholavira's story is also a reminder of the fragility of even the most advanced civilizations. Its decline, driven by shifting rivers, weakening monsoons, and changing trade dynamics, underscores the delicate balance between humanity and nature. It challenges us to think critically about how we manage our own resources, adapt to environmental changes, and build societies that can endure. As we walk through the ruins of Dholavira, we're not just retracing the footsteps of an ancient civilization. We're rediscovering lessons that resonate across millennia, lessons about resilience, sustainability, and the power of human ingenuity, what secrets remain buried in its sands. What more can we learn from its design, its artifacts, and its innovations? Dholavira's legacy is timeless because it speaks to the universal challenges of human existence: how to thrive in harmony with the environment, how to build equitable societies, and how to adapt in the face of change. Its story is not just one for historians, but for all of us, as we grapple with the pressing questions of our time. So, as we look to the future, let us carry forward the lessons of Dholavira. Let us honor their achievements by forging a path that blends innovation with sustainability, resilience with foresight, and creativity with respect for the natural world. Dholavira's story is not just a tale of the past, it's a call to action for the present and a beacon of hope for the future. Dholavira wasn't merely a city, it was a testament to the enduring spirit of human achievement. Its walls may have crumbled, but its legacy endures, inspiring us to dream of a world where brilliance can bloom even in the most barren of places. Let us ensure that the lessons of Dholavira are never forgotten as we build a future worthy of their vision.